Hello everybody, my name is Biffa and we're taking a deep dive into the new trailer that's just been released for Cities Skylines 2 gameplay trailer, and we know the date of release as well, as you can see on screen. Oh, so exciting. Let's dive straight in. Okay, here we go. So this is what we want to see, all footage captured in-game. And what do you think of this first little look that we've got here? I'm thinking this is looking absolutely crisp and fantastic. There's probably all sorts of details and things you can pick out from here, but let me know if you spot anything as we go along, because we're really going to be breaking this down. Oh man, and getting as many details as we can, and I'm bound to miss some things, so let me know. So as we look on here, we've got different heights of buildings. So we've got low residential over here, very small houses. Then we've got some sort of medium ones and a larger medium. And then, of course, we've got the high rise over the back as well. Got key walls, which is good. So that nice sort of transition up to the higher type of building. We've got nice boats over here as well, I can see. Obviously got roads. Is that like a petrol station or something like that? Over here, it looks like... Is that like some sort of water treatment plant? I'm just looking at these big sort of tanks that we've got here. The fact that it's near the water. That looks to me to be very interesting. Let's continue this along. Look at some of the houses as they pop in. So these to me look like some sort of... These look like similar to these, like row houses along here. And upgrading into larger sizes. But I like that. I like the row houses. Very interesting. Upgrading. So we've got trains. Nice train crossings. I do like that. I like a good train crossing. Very cool. Okay, talking about train crossings. Here we've got another one. So we've got some nice trains. Maybe these are the row houses again. Solar panels on the roof. Bridges, very familiar type of bridge there to us. And roundabouts. We're going to see roundabouts a few times. And there's a few things we can learn from the different roundabouts. But I'm liking the look of this one with all the lines, the markings and everything on there already, which is good. Looking good, looking good. Let's just scroll on. Oh, different... So, a cargo train and a passenger train. Got two different sorts of train there, which is nice. And trams we've got as well. So we've got trams coming through the middle of the roundabout. And what do you notice in this roundabout here? Look at this road, how close it is to that road there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but in Cities Skylines 1, unless you have mods, this would be very hard to do. And to keep this round still. So very interesting. Got some new stuff going on here. Different looking lines on this roundabout. This one. Oh, maybe not. It might just be this different angle and the different... Yeah, I think that's all it is. A different angle. Looks like you've got some road markings here as well. Perhaps where the cars drive. Looking a little bit dirtier, perhaps. Then we've got this big building up here. I think this comes up later. So it's no spoilers really, but I think that's a university. So universities already... I mean, we're not universities in the game anyway, weren't they? But some sort of type of university there. Car parks we've got over here as well. But yeah, this shape of the roundabout again here, we've got the same sort of thing. So, looking good. Yeah, car parks, mentioned those. Got the row houses again. And then just looking at this just looks... Every roundabout, indeed. This just looks fantastic. The reflections. So get me... I mean, I don't think we would have had reflections in the water like that before, would we? Most definitely not. That is looking brilliant. And the sky, the clouds, the aurora borealis up there as well. This is looking brilliant. And then we get to this view with the sunset. And this is just an amazing looking skylines and sky. I am just loving that. So what can we spot in here? We've got some nice bridges over here. Two sorts of bridges. Another bridge here. Looks like a different sort again. Another one over there. We've got some sort of big tower here. Not quite sure what that is. Snow-capped mountains, of course. Stuff going along the coast over here. Is that, or is that like power cable? I'm not entirely sure what that is. I was thinking it's something going on in the water, but I'm not too sure. But we'll keep that going on. But, oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, it all gets taken away and we get back to the beginning. Look at that. I'm loving that. And then we get some in-game with the UI as well. But look, oh, that's just stunning. Absolutely looks stunning, doesn't it? Oh, I'm so looking forward to seeing some of the cities people can make with this. So, terrain tools. Looking like very similar terrain tools than what we've had before, I would imagine. This is flattening out here, isn't it? It looks like on there. But we've got, yeah, brush size, brush strength. So we're all familiar with that. Looking at the UI, unfortunately, I can't get this to drop down in this mode. Hang on 1 second. There we go, back to good old VLC, and that works well. So what do we spot along the bottom of the bar here? 167 over here, looking like there's going to be a lot of tiles to build in. Megalopolopolis is back, which is great. We'll come back to the zoning demand in a moment. There'll be some more information about that. So we've got the zoning here, some other sort of square here. Not quite sure what that's for. Don't know what that's for. Roads, electric, water, that's healthcare. Rubbish, you know, trash, schools, fire, police, transport, parks. I don't know what that is. We've got Chirper over here, so I don't know what this is. This is the landscaping one, so we're in that now. Bulldoze, I'm assuming financial. Some sort of map. Is that like a transit system map or a map of the city or something like that? I don't know. And then maybe that's like the city statistics, like we used to have to go to the main menu, I'm guessing. Then we've got cameras, a notebook. Can we take notes? A person. I'll come back to what I think that might be in a minute when we mention something else about persons. And then we've got the little tweeter thing over there. And on the bottom, we've got spring. So we know what season we're in. We know we're going to get seasons. And then some other sort of obvious information. Let's just unpause this and move on. Now this is good. Look at the tool mode. 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways of drawing your road. Straight, curved, continuous, and something else. We've got grids, which you can see being used on the screen right there. This one, upgrade. I'm thinking it's got the arrow pointing one to the other. You'd need upgrade. Elevation. So many snapping options. I'm hovering over these, waiting for something to pop up, forgetting it's a video. Snap at 90 degrees, this one. Snapper, I really don't know. Snap to grids there. I don't know what these ones are. What do you think they are? And then we've got different road sizes up to highway. So small up to highway. Intersections, roundabouts, parking and maintenance, maybe. I would think with the little spanner there. That would make sense to me. Nothing else easy that we can see on there. But, oh yeah, of course, yeah. The cost of the road, the length of the road, the angle, the degree of the road. I think that one there is... Let's go back again. I think that was the height of the road. Oh, gone too far. Gone too far. Yeah, that's like the height of the road, the elevation. So all that extra information when you're placing roads, that is really, really handy. And look here as well. They're drawing over the road. So that's the end of the road. They're not stopped and then carried on. Did you notice that? They've gone straight over the top. And it's just, yeah, look at that. Connected all the way through, which I think is fantastic. And we've got all of our grids filling in. Let's have a look. So industrial stuff on the coast down here. Looks like we've got logging down there. It's like a pile of logs in a warehouse. Maybe something like that. And some other industry stuff going on. Hopefully these are like cargo sort of terminals down here. Hard to tell, but I'm looking at this little thing sticking up. Reminds me of the cargo terminals. I don't know. We'll see. Got row houses, different size buildings, skyscrapers, cars. We've got like parks maybe, or gardens. No, these look like gardens for these houses down here. All sorts of different roads. Teeny tiny roundabout, it looks like, in the middle there. It's a crossroad with a very small little roundabout in the middle there. Can you see that? Now, that is something we get a lot in the UK, where it's a roundabout, but it's not really a roundabout. You can just drive over it. So that is interesting. Okay, let's scroll on and see what else we can see on the next screen. Right, so residential stuff up here. But look at this, the demand. We've got, oh, I'm jumping all over the place. We've got green, you know, low residential. Then we've got another green. And is that another green? You've got 3 different types of residential demand. And then industry. But we've also got commercial, which I'm assuming will be one of those. And then office, which will be the other one. And then we've got this extra thing, which I don't know. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sorts of residential zoning. And this one here Correct me if I'm wrong. It's got something at the top and like a blue thing around the bottom. What do you think that means? If that's not mixed use residential commercial, I don't know what is. But that looks very cool. I'm liking that. And then the theme as well. We've got, that's like a European flag, isn't it? The EU flag or something like that. And the American flag. So 2 different themes built into the game that are just there all the time by the look of it. I'm assuming, I don't know whether you can turn them on or off or not, like we can at the moment. But they're to use all the time. Very interesting. Anything up here? So we've got residential buildings, residential signature buildings. Okay, so something a little different there. I'm looking down here whether that's one of these. Maybe as you get to the top, you get residential signature buildings with some bonuses and stuff. I don't know. Ground pollution, very obvious. I think that's everything in that one. Okay, let's move on. What have we got here? So office buildings and office signature buildings. Yeah, so that one there looks like that taller one at the end is the signature building, which you can see 2 different sorts of. Hard to tell the 2 different colours on this video, but I think there are some in there. And we've got the different drawing tool. There we go. Look, now we've got commercial and office demand in there. Even more tile. Oh no, it's 167 before. So they bought some tiles while they've been building the city. Lots of little complaints about something. Don't know what they're complaining about, but very cool, very cool. Oh, look at 141,970 an hour. So it's no longer per week. That's interesting. So things are changing in the timeline. And also they're very happy now. They're enjoying this city. And now we're in the fall. I've just noticed that. So we don't think we get to see the colour of the trees or anything there. No, now we're back to summer. So we don't get to see any autumn stuff, which is a shame. New road connecting tools. So we've got like the right angle. Oh, it's 180 degrees. So that's straight through there. And then this is going to curve in here. And it's showing where you're going to connect up, which you would always get. And then it's, oh, look how far that goes down there to line things up. That is really good. Then we've got 1 lane. We're in the highways because we've got the little highway thing. 1 lane, 2 lane, 3 lane, 4 lane, 5 lane. Then 1, is that like a small bridge? Then 1, 2, 3, 4 of the larger bridges, which is great. And we've looked at all of this before, didn't we? So yeah, don't want to keep repeating myself. Nice looking building. Oh, buildings. That's a truck. It's getting late, you know. Trying to do this late at night when this has just been released. After looking after the kids, having just moved house. Don't mention move house. Probably about 50 times. Let's have a look. You make it happen. And it just looks, lovely, doesn't it? Ah, now I noticed this. Parallel mode down here. Look. So parallel mode. They're using the bridge, which we mentioned before. And looks to me with these arrows you can make it further apart or closer together, which is probably what that number is going to change in the middle there. So that's a nice little addition, isn't it? A quality of life sort of mod added in, I would say. Definitely. There we go. And we get it plonked across. And then we get a very quick, brief glimpse, a frame of it in place. And then it clips off. Let's see if I can... Ah, couldn't get it quick enough. Hang on, let me try once more. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Is it the next frame? Hey, I got it. There we go. So we get to see it in. And we get to see the lovely water. Look how good that looks. Okay, next one here. Oh, this is the university. We saw it earlier. Yeah, definitely. Well, what do you notice on this screen? Some big things. Upgrades down the bottom here. So whatever these are, again, I'm hovering over them, trying to get some more information. Suck the information out of the video. It's not working. Upgrades. So it looks like this might be the main building. And then this is an upgrade. We've got car parks and all sorts of things here. But modular buildings. Brilliant. Then up over here, select operating districts. Operating districts. So is that another mod that's brought in? What was it called? The district mod or something where certain things will only work in certain districts or zones, areas, you know. So only people from this area can go to that university. Is that something that's coming for all the different service buildings as well? Which would just be brilliant. Got noise pollution down there. Dropout rate, so people leaving if they don't like it. Employees, efficiency, 100%. Yeah, lots of information. Oh, there we go. Upgrade an extension wing, which must be this. A library and a park. Oh, there we go. So maybe these are the other things that have been added at the back here. Very cool. There we go. They've added that on. Everybody's happy. What can we see in this one here? Now, this is interesting. So this is in the police tab. I'm assuming the first one is just a standard police station, maybe just been placed down. That's why they're so pleased. But we've got snapping over here. So we've got snapping options for buildings. So is that some sort of like building anarchy type thing? Or what? I mean, that must be placed roadside. What's this one here? Place anywhere, and then you can build around it. Maybe that's what it is. But we can see everybody's happy. Lots of happiness going on with the little stars. At one point, you see thumbs down, which we'll have a look at. Now, transportation. Buses, trains, trams. What's that one there? Trolley bus? Is that trolley bus and trams? What am I missing here? Buses, tram, metro. One of them's going to be metro, isn't it? And then ships and planes. But look over here. So we've got your lines information, how many people are using it, routes. I think this is going to be a huge one. You've got cargo routes that are running and how much they're taking per month. So we can now set our own cargo route, whether it's truck, train, boat, or air. Sea or air, which I just think is absolutely mind-blowing. That is a whole new level of detail for building these cities up. So that is going to be fantastic. And again, we've got EU and America theme on these. So maybe different buildings, different looking vehicles as well, depending on what theme you're going with. New Dollarton, there we go, another city we're in. So that's looking very good. So there's the tram one gone in. Are they winning the lottery here or something? Looks like dollar signs. I don't know. That's looking like a very cool building there, isn't it? Is that Daffodil Highway? Foggy Highway on the other side. Okay. Let's continue on. Okay, so here we have trams on road, which I like. I like this little line map over here. Straight on the screen, looking very good. Information about your line, which is great. But if we go on to the next one, here we go. Look at this. Ticket price per line by the look of it. And then assigned vehicles. Got the schedule that we've got before, the colour. So all sorts of good information. Select vehicle model. So different models per line. But ticket price per line. Another mod that's been integrated. This is running around the back of the university. Okay, here we go. So I'm assuming, again, this is in-game footage. Because that's what it says. And that is just looking absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Trying to spot a few little things. Maybe some little parks going on down here, like football little parks. Look very familiar. Lots of car parking. People parking on the road. There we go. What have we got here? More education levels. Uneducated. So we've got 5 different education levels instead of 4. We've also got household information, 15 out of 15 in whichever building. This building here they're looking at. But look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are all the households. And we've got different amounts of people. So 3, 2, 1, 2. Is that going to give us even more information about each household in the building as well? So I think that is really interesting. That's a nice little addition. Let's continue on. So we've got coal power plant. Again, we've got upgrades. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, it should say up here. Additional turbine, this one here. Enlarged coal storage. Exhaust filter. And advanced furnace. Okay, now I'm assuming there is going to be bonuses for every single one of those that you add. But a big, big thing. Ground pollution. Check. Seen that before. Air pollution. Yep. Noise pollution. Oh, hang on. No, I've skipped over it. Air pollution. Air pollution, that is, I think, a brand new thing. And I think that's going to be a big thing in the game. Because if we move on to the next one, there we go. Air pollution. So we've got an average air pollution. But along with that, we've got traffic air pollution. Well, that's interesting. So the traffic builds up in an area. It doesn't just cause traffic, it causes pollution. But also wind speed and direction. And we can see the fumes coming out and going this way. So obviously wind is going to affect where the pollution blows and how bad it affects people. So if we look at air pollution, average pollution, air pollution, terrain colour. Yeah, so it's starting here and getting less as it goes over there. So it doesn't travel too far. By the time you get over here in the low yellows. But that is another big game change. Air pollution is going to change how where we put our industries because of the wind direction. Is that going to change depending on time of year? Who knows? I guess we'll find out. It might be set on each map, I'm assuming, but we'll find out. So we're clicking on an info link up here for police. So we're sort of getting a good idea of whatever that tells us about the police. People are happy, whether they've got coverage, all that sort of goodness. And there we go. We get a pop-up jail availability. I like this one here. Escaped crime rate. So how many people escaped jail? Oh, no. Is that escaped crime as in escaped jail, or how many did crime and got away with it, maybe? So we haven't got enough coverage. Perhaps it's that sort of thing. Maybe something like that. I guess we'll find out. But police coverage down here is bad. Is that these roads are all bad? Yeah, maybe we need more police. Doesn't look like there's any in here. Police buildings are blue. Can't see any blue buildings. Maybe that is what it is. Traffic. Now, this is the one I'm looking forward to getting stuck into. So we've got traffic flow and we've got traffic volume. So that is good, because that is something we always mentioned in CSL1, is just because the road was red didn't mean it was bad if it was kept moving, because it just meant it was being used. So it says here, traffic volume indicates the number of vehicles using the road, upgrading heavily used high volume roads to larger ones, and adding new arterial and collector roads helps traffic flow smoother. So the volume might be red, but the flow might be good. So we can turn those on and off. And I think that's going to happen next. So we're looking at this one here. Traffic flow, green, yellow, all very good. Bit of orange. But then if we go to this one, there we go. Traffic volume. We can see there's a lot of cars coming down there. But the flow was good. So that is two useful bits of information you can put together, which is, yeah, great. Going to help us with our traffic. And we can see over time how it changes. Over the time of day, how it changes. Have we got that mod built in? What was it called? That changed traffic depending on the time of day. Yeah, that was it. The real-time mod. Have they built that in as well? Now that is an interesting thing that's just come to my mind. Oh, man, I am looking forward to that. Okay, there's so many things we can pick out of this. Now we're on to industries. What do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is specialized industry then, because we had this industry. So this is like the industries DLC with 9 different types of industry. So we've got animals, wheat, carrots, cotton, wood, stone, so coal, so that's going to be ore. I don't know what that one is, or this one. Pearls, so is that fish and something like that, maybe? Would that be it? But that is fantastic. But then if you look over here, so we've got what's available and utilization rate. Same with ore. Oh, there we go, ore. That's that little one here, isn't it? Ore. Wood, fertile land, yep. But if you look at wood, it's got utilization rate and renewal rate. So obviously they grow back, so they go and they come back again. So you've got to make sure that the utilization rate is not higher than your renewal rate, I would imagine. And the same with your fertile land. How you would juggle that, I don't know. But yeah, we could definitely see that is good. Specialized industry hubs, specialized industry areas. That is interesting as well. What do you think that means? Let me know in the comments below. Just like oil and ore never run out, but wood and fertile land, they don't run out, but you've got to balance it. Otherwise, you're going to not get what you want out of it. So that's, yeah, wow, that is definitely interesting. So they're placing something down. Nice looking trucks and buildings going on there. There we go. And then we're just following this one out. It looks like Forza, doesn't it? It looks brilliant. Looks so good. Got sports complexes, soccer fields, large buildings, bridge, lots of bridges, water, cargo-y stuff going on there, different types of buildings, smoke going in that direction, which now we know that makes sense. So much going on, and I just think this looks stunning. And then of course we get a shot in the winter as well with all the snow on the top of the buildings. That is just looking absolutely epic. And then a bit of encouragement at the end that it's down to us to make our cities look amazing. And then, of course, we get the date. Oh, very exciting. What do you think about all of this? Anything you spotted I've missed, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.